Live from Las Vegas, Nevada, where the action never stops, it's the Las Vegan Report with Peter Allman, brought to you by Las Vegan Magazine. Las Vegan Report with Peter Allman, where you can catch some of the biggest entertainers, actors, and sports celebrities with Lounges of Las Vegas. Now, here's your man on the scene, Peter Allman.
Welcome to the show right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the live entertainment capital of the world. When we think of Las Vegas, we think of glitter, we think of shows, we think of all those good things with gambling, but what we don't think about too much is the beauty that Las Vegas has to offer. Well, we're going to talk about today the beauty of Las Vegas and how the Lone Ranger rides into Nevada on his Harley and, of course, his new horse. But before I introduce all that good stuff to you, let me remind you to give us a call at the Las Vegan Magazine. It's 702-792-4036. Not only do you receive a free copy of the Las Vegas Magazine, but a set of show tickets to either the Showgirls of Magic, Legends of Comedy at the Frontier, or Rick Thomas, the illusionary magic of Mr. Rick Thomas. Okay, so you got the show tickets and the magazine, all by calling 702-792-4036. And my friends, you can't beat that with a stick. Now for the show. Yes, my friends, Scott Shepard's in town. He is the new Lone Ranger, and we'll be talking with him. We'll also be talking with some great people on some music videos. And along with that, we're going to cover some fashion with hair, of all things, and sports. We'll talk about Floyd Mayweather and his attitude and all those good things and a whole lot more. Largest dealership in the world, the Harley-Davidson. And when you think about Harley-Davidson, and when you think about Las Vegas and the wide openness of the spirit of Las Vegas, I think about the Lone Ranger. How about the Lone Ranger coming in riding on a motorcycle to Nevada? Well, that's what's happening and is here right now. But who is the Lone Ranger? He's Mr. Scott Shepard. Hey, Scott, how you doing?
Hey, Peter, how you doing?
Doing great.
Great. Nice to meet you.
Nice bike you got there.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
The folks at Harley here were nice enough to let me test it out a little bit.
A little bit of freedom, if you will. Let's come on and sit down.
Okay, great.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a great day to be talking about America. And I associate the Lone Ranger with America, Scott. First of all, I knew Clayton Moore. And Clayton Moore, of course, bless his soul, he's up there in heaven. And now you're the new Lone Ranger. Tell us how that came about for you.
Well, it took about 3 years of hard work. Golden Family Books Entertainment owns the trademark rights. So they're very picky about who takes on the role. It's a character thing, integrity, honor, justice. It can't just be any actor or person portraying the Lone Ranger. And it took 3 years of me giving them what I can do for the character. What Clayton did. And my job now is to carry on Clayton's message as well as the Lone Ranger's.
When I think about Harley-Davidson and I think about the Lone Ranger, how do the two come together?
Well, like the Lone Ranger, Harley-Davidson of Las Vegas is very involved with foundations, charities, raising awareness and raising funds for things that have special needs, things that the Lone Ranger have done over the years, and recognizing the special needs and the charities and the foundations over the years. For instance, Las Vegas Harley is very big with MDA. So we're here to try and come together and try and bring a little bit of awareness to not just Las Vegas, but to the whole world in regards to what the Lone Ranger and Harley-Davidson are doing.
As we speak, I can hear the Harley-Davidsons in the background, and who knows, maybe one will ride by us right now. But look what we have here. Isn't this interesting?
This is the actual box of the new ring that has been put out by the Marshall Corporation, and they donated all of these rings for the children in the Las Vegas Sunrise Children's Hospital. Inside this box here, there's a little pouch for the ring. And of course, like any kid loves to do, they love to keep opening things. Well, we're going to open this bag right here. And as we take out, there's a nice card that speaks of all the things the Lone Ranger believes in. And that's truth, decency, honesty, fair play, things that you remember from the old TV show and things that we'll put forth the new Lone Ranger. And this is the ring here. As you can see, it's the picture of Lone Ranger and Tonto looking over a vast plain. On the side is a mask of the Lone Ranger and a feather of Tonto. And if you open that up, it slides back, and for the children we had a little message in there that said believe in miracles. And this slides back down. This first set of rings was only numbered to 500. They only made 500 of these first run, so they've become a little bit of a collector's item already. And Peter, since you're a big fan of the Lone Ranger, you're going to have this one here. Very own Lone Ranger secret compartment ring.
Why, thank you very much, Scott. A spirit of the Old West coming live for the new millennium right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. You know, I think I'd like to put that on as we speak.
I hope it fits. That's a child's ring,
It's
remember.
a child's ring. I know what I can do. I know what I'll do. I'll put it on my little pinky. We can do that, Scott.
There we go.
Incidentally, I've got to comment on this. I think it's grand. They're coming to get us. We're going to do some motorcycle racing.
I hear them starting the engines.
Only kidding. Well, here it is. My little pinky ring. I love it.
There you go. It matches.
Yeah, right there. And talking about the spirit of the Lone Ranger, and the spirit of Nevada is a wonderful place for families to not only come, but to live and all those good things.
Right.
I want to compliment you on, you know, it being Lone Ranger Day every February the 7th, year in and year out. Obviously, our mayor was so happy about the Lone Ranger. And you have a story about the situation with Mayor Oscar Goodman and the Lone Ranger.
Exactly.
Tell us about it.
On top of giving the keys to the city and declaring a proclamation of Lone Ranger Day, he had a story where he actually proposed to his wife with a secret compartment ring that was made many years ago, and he put a little message in there saying, will you marry me? So what better way than the Lone Ranger bring together two good people? And Oscar Goodman, of course, is a big fan of Lone Ranger, and he's done a great job in making Las Vegas more than just a gambling place. It's for entertainment, it's for families, it's a way of living now.
We'll return with the Lone Ranger, Mr. Scott Shepard, right after these messages. Well, once again, we're here at the Harley-Davidson, the largest dealership here in the world, actually, and we're here with Scott Shepard, the Lone Ranger, and that was a great break.
Thank you very much, Peter. I enjoy billiards. A little bit of a recreation, relaxing type of sport.
Well, Scott, in this kind of business, you got to have something to keep your peace of mind, and I guess maybe that's it.
Yeah, well, with the Lone Ranger and all, it keeps you running around pretty busy, and this is a nice, quiet, relaxation thing.
Actually, I can't wait to see you on the horse and the Harley going across Nevada, because that's the way I want to see it, the Lone Ranger in Nevada.
That would be great. Actually, I'm looking forward to that myself. We're looking at horses at this time right now to be silver, and I'm actually meeting with somebody, and hopefully that right horse will be a combination that Clayton Moore had with his horse.
What about a movie? What about a movie right here in Nevada, filmed here, and to go all over the world with the Lone Ranger and the new Tonto, hopefully, and your horse?
That's my dream. I'm working very closely with Golden Books Family Entertainment, of course, they're the trademark owners, and they have final say on everything with the Lone Ranger, and they should. It's a very important character that needs integrity, and it needs to be done the right way. And there's many scripts out there that they've looked at. There are people that I'm talking to right now in regards to developing the film. But our most important thing is we need to reintroduce the Lone Ranger, update the Lone Ranger to where people will say, hey, that's a character's back. The children understand who the Lone Ranger is. Of course, the reruns are on TV. So the touring and the promotions and the appearances that I'm doing now are the most important thing to me.
Well, how important are those appearances in our school systems across the country, not just in Nevada, for the Lone Ranger?
It's huge. Back in 1958, Clayton Moore did just that with the Peace Patrol Club, which is a very successful vehicle in getting the Lone Ranger and also getting the people to buy savings bonds at that time, where over 50,000 schools participated in that, 20,000 branches of the U.S. Post Office, and 3 million children signed up as members of the Lone Rangers Peace Patrol Club. So we're hoping with the Marshall Corporation to do a Lone Ranger Club again, and hopefully we'll have more than 3 million children.
Well, there you have it right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Scott Shepard, the Lone Ranger, and how do we see it? Hi-yo!
Hi-yo, Silver!
Hi-yo,
Way.
Silver! Hey, Scott, thanks a lot.
All right, Peter.